All right, hello, biology students. So here's the skill that's going to help you solve today's problem. By the end of class, you will be able to describe translation between RNA, amino acids, and proteins. Crazy important that you're able to do that to understand how translation could help cure diabetes. So just a quick overview of translation now. All right, so remember, we're talking about this sequence of events. And the sequence of events is when we go from DNA, the code that lives inside your nucleus, to the proteins, the products that make up your body. And of course, we are focusing on the concept of translation. So here we see translation is when RNA, the builders, goes and gets the amino acids. And those amino acids, when assembled, become proteins. So just looking at this diagram here, it shows amino acids, each little colorful shape, assembled or bonded together into proteins. So I guess we're talking about like how and where does that happen, so that you can describe how knowledge of translation could help cure diabetes. All right, time for my laser pointer. And here we go, next slide. All right, so you know that there's this thing called messenger RNA. I'm just going to go away. There's this thing called messenger RNA and transfer RNA. Messenger RNA is the molecule down here that brings the code from the DNA in the nucleus to the ribosome. So maybe you remember how messenger RNA gets transcribed from DNA, and then the messenger RNA goes into the ribosome. This ribosome is the protein factory. Um, and then once inside the ribosome, another molecule called tRNA, depicted here, reads the code and assembles the amino acids. So this shape is tRNA. This purple orb thing at the top of it is the amino acid. And we just want you to kind of picture the tRNA grabbing the amino acid and bringing it into the ribosome factory. And how does it know what to do? Well, the ribosome factory, or mRNA, has that code. So the tRNA will read the code brought by the mRNA in sets of 3. That's how it knows what amino acid to get. So if you look at this picture now, you can see the tRNA reading the mRNA. So this is like a close-up inside the ribosome. The mRNA is at the bottom. It's got that code that it learned from DNA. And then the tRNA is reading that code, and through that translation, knows exactly which amino acid to bring. Now, here are 20 common amino acids. I show them to you just to depict that, look, there are different amino acids. And now that amino acid, once strung together, assembled in the ribosome through translation, and then folded, becomes a protein. So again, this is a string of amino acids assembled in the ribosome through translation, and this is that very same string of amino acids folded into a protein. So students, with that said, rewatch this video if you need, study the slides at your own pace, because it is understanding what translation is, how translation yields a protein that will help you solve today's problem. How could knowledge of translation help cure diabetes? Make sure you watch the second video where there are some scientists who are really curing diabetes through manufacturing insulin. You guys are great. I look forward to seeing your solutions to today's problems.